Hey guys, Tyson here with Adventure Rig, and Callie and I are currently with the van in Arizona. We've been out here for about a week now camping, and we've brought with us the Primus Kamoto Fire Pit. This has been great because not only has it kept us warm in the evenings, but with this included grate, we've also cooked a lot of meals on it. Anything from brats to fajitas, which we were camping with some people and we told them, hey, we've got a fire pit. We're gonna go ahead and cook our own meal tonight. We're cooking fajitas. They couldn't believe it. They came over about halfway through the meal and they were blown away at what we could cook on this, especially the fajitas. Who doesn't love fajitas? We've also thrown steaks on the grill and it works great. I think there are a couple key features with this portable fire pit that I really like. One, when you're camping somewhere that you can't build a fire ring, we can pull this out and we can still have a fire, we can still grill on it, and we're still within compliance. Now, if they don't want any open fires, this isn't gonna work so well for you. But if it's just that they don't want a fire ring built, but you can still have a fire, this really does the trick. Also, we stayed for a couple nights at a friend's house, and again, we were able to use this. We didn't want to build a fire ring at our buddy's place, but we were able to pull this out and still have fires and keep the party going all night long. Or at least until 10 p.m., because let's face it, we were really tired. One of my concerns is that the metal on the grill, in my opinion, was a little bit thin. And I thought for sure after having a lot of fires in here, the metal would start to warp and twist. However, I never experienced any of that. Even getting this thing extremely hot, none of this metal has warped for me. The only thing that has warped just a little bit on the grill, I have a little bit of waviness to the very top of it from it getting hot and cold. However, if it really bothered me, I could push it out from the bottom, but literally when I put it back on and it heats up, it turns into a different shape. It doesn't affect it. You can still throw hot dogs on it. They're not gonna roll off. It just does have a slight wave to it. You can see with how this grill is designed, it does work really well. It comes with these pieces right here. We've got one on this side and then one on this side. Those just slip into the side so that it helps contain everything into the center of the fire pit. You can see you also have this piece on the very bottom, and that is also removable. And it does have these holes going down the center, just helping with getting airflow through the bottom of this grill and really heating up the embers, anything that you have in there to cook on. Also, as you build ash in this, it will fall through the bottom and it collects in this tray down here at the bottom. Now, I did notice that I would get ash that would go through the sides here and it would spill out outside of this collection tray. Where we were camping, it was always in the sand, so it was not a big deal. However, that's something to think about if you're in an area where maybe there's grass or there's dry brush. You need to be careful that ash is not falling out the sides of the grill. Probably my favorite feature about this grill is how easily it folds up. Both these pieces, again, come out of the sides. This piece comes off the bottom, and then literally the two sides fold together. Those just get stored into the center, and then these pieces all fold nicely together. And then with the grate, you can put it on the very outside. It's made to fit. And then they do include this carrying strap, and you can put that around it all, cinch it down, and it's a very easy clip on the back side. With it clipped in tight, they've provided a nice carrying handle on this side, and you can literally pick this entire grill up and move it around. It's a nice, neat, small package. Now, it still weighs a little bit. It comes in at almost 30 pounds. So this isn't something that I would say you're gonna wanna lug around in your backpack. Definitely a great car camping item. Another thing to mention that's kind of obvious, but you're carrying around a fire pit. This is dirty. I've wiped it down after fires, I've hosed it off after fires, and I still just cannot get it that clean. You can probably see my hands right now. They're pretty black and disgusting. So that's probably my biggest complaint. Pretty expected, however, it's still a complaint. It's a fire pit. You're putting it in your vehicle and it's dirty. Also with this fire pit, this is the larger of the two that they make. If you don't want one quite this heavy or this size, they do make a smaller one. Also, you can see that we have the grill on the very top of it, but Primus does make other accessories that you can use with this to cook over your campfire. Again, this is the Kamoto Fire Pit made by Primus. I think it's a great item to have if you're car camping and you always want to have a fire, such as Callie and I. There's nothing like starting a fire at the end of a long day and just hanging out looking at the stars. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. Also, if you're wondering where we are or what we're doing, then follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Adventure Rig. If you like these videos, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. We'd love to have your support. Again, I'm Tyson with Adventure Rig.